I can't believe how insane this TV show is.
I smoke about 10 a day.
Hello, you beautiful people. Are you worried about your child turning out evil? Well, don't worry, because you can just send them on today's show, World's Strictest Parents. This show involves two rebellious teenagers whose parents just quite frankly can't control them, getting sent away for 10 days to try and learn some discipline with some really strict parents. And in a lot of these episodes, they also get sent to a brand new country. How was this legal? Can you imagine if your mum found your neck in Frosty Jacks in the local park, so she sends you on the first flight to Baghdad? I believe the parents' idea was to send them off to hopefully change them to make their own lives easier. So let's see if the concept of this show works by watching an episode and meeting our two rebellious teenagers.
My name's Jacob. I'm 16 years old. I'm from Glendale, Arizona.
Sorry, 16? 16? He looks about 12? I can't get over that. 16? His mum still buys his trousers. Look at him, man. He looks like he's just had his measles job. Just finished his half day at school. This kid looks like he would be in a Call of Duty lobby saying slurs. Or like hanging outside a corner shop on his BMX asking you to go in the shop for him.
Walk over there, turn the door handle, open it, and leave. No one ever tells me what to do.
Christ, if I ever spoke to my nana like that, I feel like I should rip my knob off. Never mind the doorknob. Not in a weird way, of course. Actually, I think there is only a weird way to rip someone's knob off. By the way, he's brave, having no curtains up. Now the party started. Come on.
It's like pulling teeth to try to get Jacob to do anything. If I keep pushing him, he'll go out and smoke.
I smoke about 10 a day.
What do you mean you smoke 10 a day? You are 10! To be fair, I guess that does explain why he looks younger, because his growth's probably been stunted if he's taken 10 tabs a day by the age of 16.
No one's gonna be healthy. Everyone's gonna die. Everyone's gonna do what they want. Just leave it alone.
I cannot lie, he's kinda real for that. It's kinda cold from Jacob. Proper stoner statement. I love it. What? This kid smokes and skateboards? Oh my god, he's cool. Stony Hawk over here. Stony Hawk. We then find out from Jacob's mother here that Jacob's dad was never actually in the picture in his life, so this probably explains why he might be acting up and having like 10 tabs a day just to numb the pain. And on the topic of pain, let's meet our second problem child, Tyler.
I'm Tyler, I'm 17, and I'm from Anaheim, California. My parents drive me crazy. They don't understand anything.
Where is your logic?
I don't even know what that word means.
Go back to school and you will.
I don't want to go back to school.
Well, that was a painful piece of dialogue. This is how I imagine that conversation going if this was filmed when Gen Z was a thing. Tyler, show me some goddamn logic, man. Okay, Mom, I don't want to die. I want to be alive. I'm sorry, but I think every single 17-year-old should know what the word logic means. Sorry for the hot take, guys. Hate to go all Andrew Tate on you.
I want my daughter back, is what I want.
Back? Where did I go?
Good use of logic there, Tyler. You learn fast. I just have this vision that Tyler takes every single figurative saying literally. Tyler, hold your horses. Mom, I don't even own any horses, dog. We then find out Tyler is into using substances.
I've smoked weed, I've done acid, I've done shrooms.
Christ, now that is a bloody resume for being 17. What an almighty pick a mix. Also, side note, and equally as alarming, why does their coffee table look like a year 7's broke his wrist? Do people just come to their house and go, excuse me, Tyler, you don't mind if I just sign your coffee table, do you? Have you got a marker? I'm just trying to read some things that people have said here. Someone's literally wrote, I love tacos. Surely you can just keep that to yourself. Like, trust me, I'm a super fan of fajitas, okay? But I've never once thought I'm gonna go around to my friend's house and write it on his table so I don't forget. Who does that?
Go ahead and drug test me, because the only thing that's going to be in my system is weed.
If Tyler doesn't change, I see her ending up in jail or in a hospital.
After we've met Jacob and Tyler, we're then introduced to the strict family that they're going to be moving in with.
So, Em, what do you think about the teens coming?
Them not to want to do anything.
What's gonna happen if they don't listen?
They get buried in the back garden next to Brother Andrew. This family look like they're on Get Out. If I turned up at here, I would just leave straight away. The dad, to be fair, looks scary as fuck. He looks like Tom Skinner. Dino's cuff at 5:30. Will strictest parents at 8. And after we get this brief introduction to the family, it's time for both Jacob and Tyler to turn up at their house. And Jacob's reaction is actually really funny.
Oh my god. Look at the dad. He looks like a straight up
I can't lie, I feel like I'm gonna like Jacob in this episode. I thought I'd hate these little snotty kids, but they're actually quite funny.
I'm Mr. Pat.
I'm Tyler. Mr. Pat was just so stiff and...
Whoa! Excuse me? Mr. Pat was what, sorry? That's a bit inappropriate. If that's the case, he should be the one being sent away for a long time. Also, mate, introducing yourself as Mr. Pat. Like, who do you think you are? A postman with a black cat? Just say your name. Jacob then tells the camera that he can tell that this family are strict because all the kids look miserable.
This looks like a strict family. These kids look miserable.
And to be fair, he's not wrong. The parents then take Jacob and Tyler inside the house and let them know their house rules, which is actually quite basic stuff, like no smoking, showing respect to everyone in the house, quite basic stuff. But I think the best part of this... Oh, hello, Cuddy. Everyone say hello to Cuddy. He knows the house rules. Anything you want to say? Damn, bro, that's deep. But the best thing about this is that they've been given an absolute massive binder of these rules. Like, look at the size of those. Fucking Roald Dolls had to commission that. Mr. Pat then makes Jacob and Tyler sign this declaration of rules. It doesn't really make a difference because, like, it's not like he's going to take them to court if fucking Jacob tells them to piss off. And after he gets them to sign it, Mr. Pat then asks them a big question.
Do you have anything in your bags? Cigarettes?
Tyler's face was like, oh no, she knew she was in trouble at that point.
What do you have in your bag?
Nothing.
Okay, well, let's get it out and let's look at it.
So he scans Jacob's bag and finds nothing, but then he checks his pockets and finds out that he's got tabs in them. And he gets really annoyed at this because he says Jacob's lied, but really, has he?
You really brought cigarettes into my home?
Yes, I did.
This is going in the trash.
You asked if he had anything in his bag, and he said no, which strictly was true. So Mr. Pat has had his pads pulled right down there, so I guess we're going to see how stiff he really is. And then he moves on to Tyler's bag, and he can't find nothing in here until Tyler exposes this method that she's been using to hide her tabs.
Really? You smoke too?
Thank you for being honest. That goes a long way.
By the way, what a fantastic place to stash stuff. Why have I never thought about that? The amount of bottles of Cactus Jacks I could have hid in the back of a teddy bear. Christ. Honestly, the next time I go to a festival, that technique is mine. I cannot wait to sneak some Glen's vodka in the back of a Build-A-Bear. Stuffed with love indeed.
While you and I go do our lap, won't you get her situated? And then we'll be back.
Sorry, while you go and do your what? Like a run? The kid smokes 10 tabs a day, he's gonna pass out, man. Also, what I've just thought about this show, just as a side note, which they don't really mention, do they make these kids go like proper cold turkey? Like, do they just cut off their supply of like cigs and drugs and whatever straight away? Because surely that's gotta have like a terrible adverse effect on them. I've seen loads of episodes of this show and I've never seen them just proper shaking on the bed with the sweats. I wonder if they cut that bit out.
Slosh pipe, it looks simple and harmless, but it's half filled with water, and so the water goes from end to end.
What the bloody hell's he gonna do with that? Hit him with it? What do you mean it looks harmless? You can't start off with that.
You're gonna walk from here all the way around. Now, you being a skater, you should be pretty strong.
I use my legs.
Okay.
To be fair, that's another W for Jacob. He's actually done him there. How would skating help in this scenario whatsoever? Yeah, does anyone else just love in summer going out on your skateboard and skating like this? It's the best thing ever. I feel like I'm doing the YMCA. Mr. Pat called him strong as well. Have you seen the kid? If the wind's a bit strong today, it might whisk him away. Christ.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a lap all the way around.
And just a side note, why is he making him do this? If I'd gone to some bloke's house, right, for the first time, and then he made me carry a long stick around his garden and didn't give us a reason, I'd be like, mate, what's the reason? Can you fuck off? You want to carry a bloody stick? I'd be like, who do you think I am? Fucking Jesus, trying to carry his cross or something. Am I doing this to repent for me sins? The funniest thing as well, like, can you imagine the neighbours just looking with the binoculars like, what the hell's going on over there? I don't know how the rest of this video's gonna go, but it's not looking good for Jacob. I guess we'll have to see. And after Jacob does a little bit of his laugh, Mr. Pat tells him to put the stick down and says,
All right, hold up right there. Hopefully you'll never pick that up again.
I think Jacob will think twice about lying to me again.
oh wait, so that actually was a punishment. Can you imagine Jacob going into school the next day and saying that? Hello lads, can I just ask a question? How do your parents punish you? Oh well, my parents ground me. I just get my Xbox took off us. Oh well, I've got to carry a massive stick around this random guy's garden, but it's alright because I've got strong legs because I skateboard. Like what? Also, if you'd like to see some photos of my strong legs, drop me a follow on my Instagram at Cam Kirkham, because I upload a lot of reels on there, photos, and I'm just genuinely interacting with everybody. So yeah, go and drop us a follow now. So after Jacob carries this long stick, the next day they're then made to go and work on the plantation garden. And obviously if your perspective of living at home is doing, you know, the bare minimum, doing this kind of work is probably going to piss you off.
Planting a garden
Yeah.
is retarded.
Like, go buy your own vegetables. They're only like 69 cents.
And then Jacob makes another little comment like, oh god, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this till they come back.
But Natalie, Mr. Pat's actual daughter, goes and snitches on him.
Tyler and Jake started cussing when my parents left. That made me feel like they were disrespecting me.
The little rats. That felt like they were disrespecting me. Have a day off, man. You're all doing some child labour right now. Like, where's the parents? They're literally making you do all the work. Where's your parents' respect for you? Honestly, Natalie's all my homies hate Natalie. These farms ain't safe, man. Every sheep for themselves out here. The mum then comes out and quizzes Jake on what he's been saying when she's been gone, and then forces him to do the slosh pipe of death based on solely this conversation here. And I'm going to show you it, okay? And please tell us, because I don't know if I'm defending Jacob too much, but I feel like he doesn't say anything really too wrong.
You having a bad attitude?
What did I say?
I don't know, I'm asking. Rules are still rules, whether I'm here or not.
I've been doing this.
Are you gonna backtalk?
No.
Look at me. Go do the slosh pipe. The backtalk was getting to a point where things were getting a little bit out of control.
Oh, honestly, I'm with you on that, love. You was off the bloody rails there. I don't know how you contained that situation. You should be in the bloody Avengers. And then apparently this gets too much for the mother, so then Mr. Pat comes out and tries to defuse the situation, but just makes everyone else more intense.
You owe her an apology.
Sorry, Miss Holland.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Easy with the attitude.
Can I just say something before you
No.
think I'm back talking?
No, because you are. Hit it.
No, what I don't understand is how whenever
Go.
something happens, you always think we're back talking, but we're just trying to explain
You're
to you, and then
that's
you
one.
say slosh pipe. The slosh
That's
pipe doesn't
two.
work.
I know, obviously I'm not a parent, okay? And I do agree that you probably have to discipline them. But I feel like if I was raised in an environment where I never felt like I could talk to my parents, like, about anything because I'm just going to get shut down, I feel like that would have, like, such a negative effect on me moving forward when I actually needed to talk to them about real things. I get it from Mr. Pat's point of view. He's probably just thinking this is what these kids need right now and isn't thinking too long term, just in the moment. But it just seems a bit too, like, army regimented for me. Like, it doesn't seem like he's treating these like actual people. But hey, I'm not a parent. Maybe I'm just speaking shit.
The slosh pipe is stupid, and
That's
you should do the
3.
slosh pipe. I'm not doing any of it.
You're doing 4 now.
You can do the slosh pipe.
You're doing 4.
So then, as you can see, Tyler storms off and refuses to do the slosh pipe of death. So then, as a further punishment, instead of doing the slosh pipe, Mr. Pat tells her that she needs to go to the front yard and just sit on a chair.
That's 5.
You're doing fine.
Okay, you know what, Tyler? Turn around, go to the front yard, sit in the rocking chair, and you're there until I tell you to get up.
Which arguably, another hot take here, I think I'd rather just sit down than have to carry a pipe round a field 5 times. I'd be like, jackpot, Mr. Pat, I'm starting to like you now. Then Jacob also refuses to do the slosh pipe, and what do you think his punishment is? That's right, he has to sit down.
You sit your butt down, and you better not get off of it. Tyler?
Why is that shot of her sitting so funny? She's just like...
You either do the lap, or you will sit here until your mother comes and gets you on Saturday.
Okay, so now Jacob has an option, and to be fair, I would probably just choose the second one. I'd like call his bluff on that. Fuck it, let's play Russian roulette. Go on then, keep us out here. Starve me. You wouldn't. You haven't got the balls on national television, Mr. Pat. You wouldn't dare.
I thought sitting on second base was a better option than walking with a slosh pipe, because if I walked with a slosh pipe, it would prove that he wins the argument.
By the way, Mr. Pat bloody loves a lap, doesn't he? Honestly, I bet he bloody loved telling Santa what he wanted for Christmas. Now I know why he was bloody stiff at the start. Tyler then sits on this chair in the garden for 2 hours before going up to the mother and apologising and then doing a slosh pipe lap. Such a weird concept.
I'm sorry for being disrespectful.
Thank you. I was really proud of her for that. I know that that took a lot.
A young girl, young adult, gonna be very soon. You don't have much time left.
Christ, what you mean? Is she bloody dying? Does Mr. Pat know something we don't? Honestly, if she's 17 and hasn't got much time left, I might as well just fucking take myself to the graveyard now. I'll see you later. However, Jacob is just still not having it, so Mr. Pat has to come out and confront him, and Jacob is on fire with his replies.
All right, so where are we at?
1 lap.
No, where are we at? Where are me and you at?
The softball fields.
It's not really what I'm looking for.
Jacob should have my job. He's such a little twat, it's hilarious. However, after his little sarcastic comments, he does in fact give up and do his slosh pipe laps. And the next part of the show after this, I'm just going to sum it up because it's quite long, but basically Jacob and Tyler actually start abiding by Mr. Pat's rules, and you see like a real change in them as they actually respond to authority for probably the first time in their lives, and they actually start enjoying being there a little bit more, and they stop kind of refusing everything that they were at the start. And then this builds up to a point where Jacob is doing the washing up, and Mr. Pat pulls him into the living room to give him a letter that's been sent from his mother.
Dear Jacob, I know things have been hard and I wish I could have made it easier for you, but unfortunately I can't. I try to help you, but when I say something, you always think I'm yelling at you or chewing you out. If I harp on something like you're smoking, it's because I love you. I really hope you can learn to change now before it is too late. I love you lots, Mom.
Oh, I actually feel like proud after that. That's beautiful. I really do feel sorry for Jacob. I feel like that's why I've kind of been biased on his side during this, because I feel like his behavior it is wrong, but I feel like it's explainable because of his childhood and his upbringing. He clearly just acts out and turns to the substances he uses just to kind of mask his pain. And also during that letter, you can tell that Mr. Pat really feels for him. I wonder if like he's had something similar in his childhood. But he puts on this front as like the disciplinarian, as like the hard person who Jacob kind of has to look up to during these 10 days. Even the way he speaks to Jacob after Jacob finishes reading the letter is so good. Like, he's helpful but also strong with it.
And you love your mother?
Yeah.
And do you want to hurt her?
No.
What do you think the number one thing you could do to help out?
It's by quitting smoking.
You think that's really the biggest thing?
No, just my attitude.
Mr. Pat even gets up and hugs Jacob at one point, which is a really nice moment, and Jacob says like this is the first time he's felt like he's ever had a dad. Oh.
Just basically with him sitting there, it does feel like I have a dad.
What are you trying to do with this show? I kind of really like it. I hated it at the start, but it's quite good now. Mr. Pat has had a great character arc here. I tell you what, that is fantastic. A-star, my friend. I doubted you at the start, but at the end, okay, I'm with you. Apart from the slosh pipe, I still think that's fucking ridiculous. And moving on from this, it's now time for Jacob's mum to come and collect him as his time at Mr. Pat's is finished. And after she arrives, Mr. Pat invites her into the house and makes her and Jacob just talk about their feelings.
My attitude and how I act will be better.
That's all I want, sweetie.
I feel like I could actually cry right now if I wasn't on camera. Bloody hell, man. After Jacob leaves, it's now time for Tyler's parents to come and collect her. And this is also quite emotional, as both Tyler's parents and Tyler break down into tears. And Tyler also admits that her behaviour has been terrible and she apologises to her parents.
We just need to learn how to talk to each other.
Side note, okay, I know this is very emotional for them, but I want to know if this family signed Mr. Pat's dining table before they leave. I love Mr. Pat's tacos. That would be a good one. But all in all, this episode was actually really good, and this is why I picked it. And I feel like this is a good example that this show can actually work if the parents are, you know, understanding and can actually help them with their emotions. And I did a little bit of research to see where these people are at now, because I'm just interested to see, and I couldn't find anything on Tyler. However, I found some things on Jacob. And he's got like a skateboard on YouTube and a TikTok, and he just seems like he's out here enjoying life.
Hello there, boys and girls. I'm going to present to you this new trick tip series I got going on, just teaching you the basics and, you know, all the good stuff about skateboarding.
So I guess that's actually really wholesome, because he's kept up like his hobbies. He's still wearing his tie-dye hoodie. That's actually class. And he seems like in high spirits. I know this is only a YouTube video and it's not much to go off, but I guess like hopefully he's been on the right trajectory since the show. So yeah, what a wholesome way to end the video. But if you would like to see an even worse TV show, click here, because it's actually terrible.